Grand jury decisions are sparking a lot of controversy. Of course, we just talked about them earlier in the show.
With these officer use of force cases in the spotlight, we sent our Chris Woodard to find out how these cases are handled in our area. He's going beyond the headlines today. He joins us live from the Portland Police Bureau's North Precinct.
And here at the North Precinct, there is another protest scheduled for a little bit later tonight. A lot of people don't like these decisions that were handed down by these two separate grand juries. So today, for a little insight, I sat down with a man who has been on both sides of these type of cases.
You're never going to get a good answer out of these events, period.
Jim McIntyre is a Portland defense attorney who spends most of his time defending officers and handling officer-involved shootings. But he also spent years as a senior deputy district attorney prosecuting them.
I think it is a fair process and a fair way to do it.
He's heard the complaints that the system is broken.
I mean, I don't know. This ain't the way to bring justice for a young kid at all.
He's seen the demonstrations, listened to the frustrations with two high-profile grand jury decisions.
The results came from choking the man. That's why he died. What's so hard to believe about that? But guess what? Blue take care of blue.
McIntyre still thinks the grand jury is the way to go.
Grand jury process developed as old, very, very old law. It came out of common law. And the intent was to have no longer let the king do the charging decisions and to put citizens between the government and the charging decisions.
Here's how it works. In Oregon, each county sets up their own grand jury system. In Multnomah County, for example, 7 citizens are selected at random out of a regular jury pool and then appointed as grand jurors. Any charge that involves a felony goes through the grand jury process. 5 of 7 jurors must agree whether they think there's enough evidence that a trial jury would convict the defendant. In counties like Clackamas and Multnomah, all officer-involved shootings go through a grand jury.
It's a matter of putting in all of the evidence to make sure you know what happened. So as part of the community, you can determine whether or not crimes were committed or not.
And Washington, also different than Oregon. In the state of Washington, grand juries are not used for any cases. In that state, it's always up to a prosecutor to decide if there is enough evidence to go to trial. Live in North Portland, I'm Chris Woodard for KOIN 6 News.